What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne.
I'm Isha Wayne.
And thanks for joining us in another video. Today, we're driving the 2019 Mercedes-AMG E53 Cabriolet. And one of the main purposes of this video is to kind of explain the 53 lineup to everyone. I've gotten a lot of comments, especially when I did the video on the CLS 53, that it's not a true AMG. And I want to explain to you why Mercedes-Benz has introduced the 53 lineup. So if you take a look at the E-Class lineup today, you have the E300, which is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder motor, which makes approximately 241 horsepower. Then you have the E63S, which is powered by a handcrafted 4-liter bi-turbo V8. That makes 603 horsepower. So that's quite a gap there between the two cars, from 241 horsepower to 603.
I'll take the 241.
You'll take the 241?
No, I'll take the 600.
No, you don't need the 600. So since there's a huge gap, that's a gap that definitely needs to be filled. And that's where the 53 lineup comes into place. Now, a few years ago, typically what we would get is just an E-Class with the V8. And in America, we would call it the E550. And it would have probably 400 horsepower, similar to this car. But the difference is that this is a car that has been tuned by AMG. It gets the remapped transmission. It also gets the AMG tuned suspension. And it really makes a difference on how this car handles in the curves. So speaking of power, this car is powered by a 3-liter straight-six engine, which produces 429 horsepower and 384 pound-foot of torque. And it really makes this car move.
And to sum that all up, it goes fast.
Yes, this car is truly fast. It goes 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. And that time is not just made possible by the 3-liter straight six. This E53 also gets Mercedes-Benz new EQ boost system. And what that is a starter and a generator sandwiched in between the engine and the transmission. So that electric motor is producing 21 horsepower and an additional 184 pound-foot of torque. And the purpose of that is to fill in the gap and provide linear acceleration. So when I put my foot on the gas, the acceleration is really linear. You don't get any turbo lag that you'd find in a typical car with a turbo engine. So along with that EQ boost system is Mercedes-Benz 48-volt lithium-ion battery, which is helping providing that power. Now, some of the main benefits to having that EQ boost system is, of course, increased gas mileage, but your traditional engine ancillaries that are typically belt driven, such as your air conditioning compressor and your water pump, are now all electronic. So the benefits, you're going to get smooth cold starts, and when you're in eco mode, the car doesn't do that judder or shake when the ignition turns the car back on. It's smooth and seamless. So when we stop, the engine is actually cut off. We just did it back there, and I bet you didn't even notice it. That's how smooth it is. So that's a couple of the key benefits to having this new EQ boost system.
And to sum that all up, it goes fast.
Yes, it does go fast.
I'll take the 600 one.
The 600 horsepower? You do not need that power.
I think I do.
Most people who drive that car don't even need that power. I think the 53 is nice. It makes having an AMG car a bit more obtainable. So Isha, one of the things I noticed when driving this car is how balanced it feels. The ride is fairly smooth.
It's really smooth.
It is.
Actually.
And that's because, like I stated in the CLS video, Mercedes-Benz for this E-Class has extended the wheelbase, which translates into a smoother ride.
I feel like they're starting to do that more on cars now.
Yep.
We rode in another one where they extended the wheelbase.
Yep.
And I didn't think it would make a difference, and
it does.
It did.
It does.
You cannot tell that it's extended. It doesn't look like it. So it may be only by like a foot more or something.
It's actually just a few inches.
A few inches.
And how extending the wheelbase translates into a smoother ride is it effectively lowers the center of gravity of a vehicle. So extending the wheelbase positively impacts the vehicle's longitudinal acceleration. It's analogous to a wider track on a vehicle. That's going to positively impact the vehicle's lateral acceleration. So when you extend the wheelbase, it effectively lowers the vehicle's center of gravity. And while a car is in motion, we know that inertial forces pass through the vehicle's center of gravity. So the lower the center of gravity is, the less impact inertial forces are going to have on the car while the car is in motion, which is going to give us the smooth ride we're experiencing right now. So this is a very nice cruiser.
It is. It's a good daily driver. It has a lot of power, like I like. It's really smooth, actually.
Yeah, it is. So we talked a little bit how the extended wheelbase impacts this vehicle's driving dynamics. Now that, in combination with the AMG Sport suspension based on air body control, really allows this car to handle exceptionally well. So this car is able to just change personalities at the click of a button. Specifically, that button is called AMG Dynamic Select. So let's go ahead and knock it down from Comfort to a Sport Plus.
We're about to just...
Yeah, you know, we're about to start moving. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the manual button so I can use the shift paddles behind the steering wheel to shift manually. Yeah, and let's see how this car performs. So we'll start in 1. This car is really fun to drive, and that 9-speed AMG speed shift transmission really just stays right there with you.
Hold on to your butts. If you guys watch movies.
What movie is that from?
Jurassic Park. Samuel Jackson.
Hold on to your butts.
And he had a cigarette in his mouth.
But as you can see, that transmission just handles exceptionally well. Yeah,
that's nice.
Very nice.
I didn't feel like I was about to like fly off or something.
Right.
You know.
Right. And when you're in comfort mode, it's like you don't know this car has that beast in it. And this is what makes it a true AMG, in my opinion. It's comfortable. You can use this car on a daily basis, but when you really want to get down on it, it's right there with you. And it sounds good too. And this one doesn't even have the AMG Performance exhaust, and it sounds as good, which is amazing to me. Let's do another quick pull because that was fun. See, I can hear a little bit of the crackles from outside, even though this is overall a quiet car, but I just love how I'm still able to hear that exhaust. You would think this car would be a little bit louder since it is a convertible, but it features a 3-layer insulated soft top that keeps the majority of the noise outside of the car and just enough inside. So
yeah, I've started to notice that in a lot of convertibles are a lot quieter now
versus,
you know, an older model.
Soft tops have come a long way. They really have.
And it's actually well insulated because I'm actually pretty warm. It's very cold outside today.
Yep, it is very cold outside today, which is why we're doing a driving video.
Yeah.
So the exterior color of this car is iridium silver, and it also has the night package, which is going to get you your gloss black side view mirrors and other gloss black accents, and I think it's a great contrast. Moving into the interior is finished in a black Napa leather with contrast red stitching. What do you think about the interior here?
The interior is nice. I don't think it's overdone or underdone. I think it's just enough for this model, this type of car.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you the little extra light that I do like.
Yeah.
You can
the ambient lighting, yeah.
I do like that. It pretty much has everything that I need. This one, I don't think it gives me a hug though. I didn't feel that.
I got the hug, the seatbelt tension. Okay. When we first started the car, I got it.
Okay.
So
all right.
Maybe this car doesn't like you as much. I don't know.
You know I like my hugs. Overall, it's good. Perforated seats, side bolstering to keep me in the middle.
Yep, the perforated seats and the side bolstering, which I'm sure you felt when we were going along those turns.
Yeah.
The seats are extremely comfortable, which is typical of any Mercedes-Benz model. And they feature 3 levels of heating and cooling, which is traditional industry standard.
Right now.
You got that heated seat on right now. Yeah, no kidding. The steering wheel, I really love the look of these AMG Performance steering wheels. This 3-spoke look with the metal silver finish popping out at you. It just really looks gorgeous. And then in this particular car, it has the red band at the top at the 12 o'clock. So that's just really nice. A really nice detailed touch here.
The red stitching is throughout the entire car. It is on the door panels. It's on your seat. It is on the back. It's on the middle here. it's very nice. I do like that.
It was done really well. And then of course, this car came with a metal weave. Almost looks a little bit like carbon fiber, but it provides that racing feel to the car.
It's not carbon fiber?
And this isn't carbon fiber, it's some metallic weave.
Oh.
Yep, but it looks like carbon fiber.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice, actually.
So it gives you that feel or that racing theme.
Yeah, it's not overdone.
Yeah, it's not too much. It's not too much at all. And since this is a soft top convertible, let's go ahead and give a quick demonstration. I'm going to pull back on this button in the center console. And as you can see, the top starts to lower itself. So again, this is a 3-layer acoustic soft top, and this can be done at speeds of roughly up to 31 miles per hour.
That's pretty good.
Now it is pretty cold outside, so what I will do is go ahead and put all the windows up, right? And then on top of that, we have our air cap system. So a spoiler is going to rise from the top of the windshield, and then we have a wind deflector back there. That's going to stop the cool air from coming into the cabin. And then to take things a step further, we do have our air scarf system. So Isha, if you press this button here located on the door panel, you'll notice it'll start blowing warm air around your neck. You pressed it already,
Yeah,
okay? So you're gonna have warm air blowing around your neck, and what this allows you to do is drive the car with the top down at cooler temperatures. So if you notice, we're in like a little cocoon of warm air here.
It's pretty good.
Feels pretty good. And this is coming from a person who gets cold often, right? You do not like the cold.
I still can feel the cold air a little bit, but it's not as bad as it would normally be.
Yep. And you can hear the car
And
that much
pull,
more.
too.
Yep. Another pull. So it allows you to hear the car even more, which I love. So now what we're gonna do is just put the top back up. And as you can see, it goes up in just about 20 seconds, and I can do it while I'm moving. It's really a smooth and seamless process. And just like that, top is back up. So this was just a short video of us talking to you a little bit about the E53, how it rides, how it feels, and most importantly, why it exists. So remember, there's quite a gap between the base E300 at 241 horsepower and the E63S at 603 horsepower.
That's the one I want.
You do not want that. You are not getting that one. So this is where the E53 comes in. It is a nice mid-range vehicle with exceptional handling, 0 to 60 in 4.4, so you're still getting some really nice acceleration and performance there. And it just really gives you everything you'll need. Everything you will need. Okay?
I want the 63.
You do not need the 60. We'll talk a little bit about this later offline, but again, this is better than just having an E550 model with the V8, because that would be great in a straight line, but again, it wouldn't have that remap transmission and the AMG enhanced suspension. And this transmission in this car is just butter smooth. It just shifts so quickly. So in closing, this is a really nice car. The interior is awesome. Isha, you got any closing thoughts?
Overall, this car is a great daily driver. Looks great on the inside, great from the outside. It's great if you want to just kick up a little bit of speed. It's exactly what you need just to satisfy your taste buds. It's not overdone. It meets you right in the middle.
Exactly. So thank you guys so much for joining us in this video. We're going to leave it off here. We have many more cars to review for you coming up this year. So thank you for your continued support, and we'll talk to you in the next one.
Bye.
One more quick pull. One more. Man, this car goes.